much risk and growing too fast. But as a technology company, we have to grow that fast. So we're like trying to be the best of both worlds. But if we're an actual bank and take deposits, then that could curb a lot of our innovation and speed. So we really work with them, and we're very different business models. They take deposits and lend it out for more, and they make money on the diff. We're a technology protocol company. We help people buy, store, sell Bitcoin. We have mobile apps. Banks usually don't even have good mobile apps. So it's just we're different, but we work together. I think that was one of these things in the early days, like Bitcoin will kill banks, will kill fiat currency. Bitcoin may kill gold. So Bitcoin's at 100 billion right now, and gold has a $7 trillion market cap. Okay, what's that appreciation if it unseats it? But you can't go after everything, Like I think Bitcoin and cash is really apples and oranges. It's like gold and a stock certificate is just a different instrument. So that's how we see it.
So you don't think, and there's a question here from Zach, that is there even a real possibility for crypto to completely replace or overtake traditional means of payment?
Well, I think that so traditional fiat has come into crypto in the Gemini dollar, right? We've wrapped dollars with a crypto wrapper called the Gemini dollar. So it's like, I think will traditional finance just become crypto, right? Will the U.S. government put the dollar on the blockchain? I think everything is going to move in this direction, whether it's companies like us do it or be a part of it or help legacy companies sort of wrap their assets or their business and bring them on the blockchain. But this space is here to stay, and it's the future, and it's not just built for human-to-human type transactions, as Cameron said earlier. It's humans to machines, machines to machines, and that's going to happen. It's not an if, it's a when. It's happening now. Yeah, and the issue with the existing system is not the U.S. dollar. It's that it's trapped in these legacy systems that are Byzantine and broken up. And there's a lot of middlemen and protocols that are ancient, trying to talk to each other. It's sort of locked. If you want to send value from the U.S. to the UK, London, for example, you have to use the SWIFT protocol. If you send it on a Friday, if you miss the wire cutoff, it's not getting there, till Monday or Tuesday morning. The banking system's 9 to 5, right? Imagine if your email shut off 9 to 5. I'd actually like that, but
there's some companies that mandate that.
No, we're thinking about it. That should become a thing.
Oh yeah.
No Slack Wednesdays. Regulators should start regulating.
No Slack Wednesdays.
I think it's a thing. We're really Tyler's a big proponent of that. Because you lose a lot of productivity because conversations people are having Slack communications. They could just walk over to another desk and hash it out in a more efficient way. And I think we might experiment with that.
That's interesting, a company culture where you are going to be limiting certain communication in order to foster. Does that make the company work better, do you think?
It forces discipline. It's, snail mail, you can't send it very effectively right now. If you email, you send more emails that are kind of gratuitous potentially. Or unnecessary because it's just so easy. It sort of can have diminishing returns after a while. The challenge is over communicate, right? The challenge is you have to context switch so much. It's like death by 1,000 cuts. You're constantly getting pinged, for these little things, and it's hard to batch communication and that type of activity when you're trying to, let's say, read some long form piece like a white paper, like the Bitcoin white paper. Maybe you need an hour to really digest that or something. And you're getting pulled in all these different directions. So it's a challenge. But I think we're learning this, right? Having Slack, having email, having text, having phone. This is new territory for humans, right? Just like all of our data being on the internet, it's new territory. So we have to understand, is this correct? Are we over-communicating under what's the right balance, and we're constantly looking to sort of optimize that and experiment. And with education, you saw they brought a lot of computers into the classroom, and now people are get that out of here. Nobody.
Several Silicon Valley titans, if you will, who are no screen time for my kids.
Yeah, a lot of my friends who have young children have no screens in the house, and they won't for at least the first couple of years, maybe longer. So.
Well, that, I think, is a different panel topic. As much as
no.
that world, I know we've got a bunch of cryptocurrency folks here. So let's go back to some of the audience questions. What do you think needs to happen for Bitcoin prices to recover to all-time highs and go beyond what we saw back in, 2017?
More and more regulated infrastructure. We're seeing some, Fidelity recently is entering in the space. It's obviously a big brand. They've been around for a long time. There's other existing financial institutions that are exploring crypto. And then the regulatory front getting more clarity. We've been trying to build the Virtual Commodity Association. We've been helping stand it up with other exchanges in the US, and it's an SRO to self-police our marketplaces and create rules and best practices that we can implement on, the various different marketplaces where people trade, so that they're afforded the protections when you buy a share of Apple through your brokerage or whatever. So just initiatives and efforts like that, I think will get us in that right direction where people will feel safe to come in and place bets. Wall Street's, sort of right at the gates, and some of Wall Street is in crypto, but there's like that next wave where the real money will come in. And there's a report, Cambridge Associates, one of the big asset advisors, and they advise major pension funds and endowments all over the country. They recently basically issued a report on crypto and encouraging some of their clients to explore crypto and even buying directly on exchange, which is a huge development. I don't know if a lot of people kind of caught it because it's not as big of a headline grabber, but the people who understand Cambridge Associates and what they were saying, it's very big for Bitcoin. And I think you're going to see over the next 12 months, asset managers and endowments and these very conservative allocators and investors start to understand and potentially place bets in crypto. If everyone downloaded the Gemini app and onboarded into Bitcoin, that would help. It only takes under 2 minutes to onboard.
Well, people are wondering here, Wolfgang